Hey trainers, it's Hazel and I'm going to Japan in like 2 years as a post-grad gift. I'm super grateful and fortunate to have the opportunity to explore the various regions and experience some of the local culture and life. With that being said, of course I'm going to bring an empty suitcase. I actually keep all my clothes in a backpack whenever I travel. My parents just think I'm insane. But since I travel light, they have me help them carry their stuff. Back to my empty suitcase. Time to stuff it full of clothes and items and electronics and haul it back so I can give gifts to all my friends and pay a crazy amount of tax. And you know, this got me thinking, what Pokemon-related stuff is there to do in the, well, birthplace of Pokemon? So here's a complete itinerary, the dream vacation. All the cool stuff and tie-ins and Japan exclusive that are presently available and could be available in the future. I also plan on doing a kind of vlog when that happens, so stick around. So how are we getting there? Well, dear trainers, with an airplane. Too bad that Corviknight flight service doesn't exist, but we can have a whole host of other Pokemon flying us there with one of Japan's airline services, ANA, or ANA? As of earlier this year, May 2026, 3 new jet designs have been revealed and will be implemented in late July. Of these features a multitude of Pokemon, including my favorite starter, the best one. I bet you're wondering which one that is. But anyway, so after, at least in my situation, a 10-hour flight, we arrive in Tokyo. We gotta go to our hotel next, so let's see what that looks like. Apartment Hotel Mimaru, located in Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, boasts a number of Pokemon-themed rooms for lounging in. I could honestly totally see relaxing in one of these and watching episodes of the anime, or better yet, Professor Hazel on YouTube. Wow, she's so cool. Anyway, these spaces are so, well, spacious that they are quite literally mini apartments. I'm honestly a big fan of the loft beds, and having a kitchen is crazy. At $300 a night, it's honestly really comparable to an Airbnb or a super fancy hotel, so not literally insane. Aside from the bathrooms, which I think are adorably decorated, I honestly feel like the B&Gs of all the Pokemon are almost a little tacky. I don't know if that's blasphemous to say here, but I would be stoked to see one of these rooms regardless. You do get free goodies, which is pretty cool. Stuff like get gift set for guests that include an original laundry bag, pouch, drawstring bag, and stickers. Is it worth it? You decide. So, now that we're settled, what's the meat and potatoes of the situation? Where do we go? Well, the reality is, wherever you go, you're pretty much bound to see Pokemon. A little recent history, but apparently there was a Pokemon Local Arts initiative across Japan. From their own website, it says, Pokemon Local Arts aims to promote Japan's various localities by highlighting their well-known and not so well-known charms. The fun activities and initiatives are designed to bring out the best in the partnering prefectures and municipalities, and involve help from ambassadorial Pokemon whose characteristics match those of their respective localities. Essentially, it's probably a way for the Pokemon team to market themselves, but also provide some cool street art and other enhancements to the local culture. The prefectures apparently were able to choose their own mascots, and many take it super far. I guarantee this is also to drive tourism to those locations where otherwise, you know, it would probably just go to Tokyo. They have a whole bunch of other mascots, including this Geodude with transparent PNG legs. That is absolutely hilarious. I actually recommend going through the website. It has a list of all the things that they've done and product tie-ins, as well as tiny history blurbs about why each Pokemon are where. Let me know if you want a video on this specifically. For example, with the Geodude, it says this. Geodude was appointed in May 2019 the Iwate support Pokemon, put in charge of galvanizing support for the prefecture and its reconstruction efforts. The prefecture name, Iwata, Rock Palm, is a perfect match for the Pokemon with a boulder body with 2 sturdy arms extending from it. And for those of you who don't know, let's face it, I actually didn't know either. A prefecture is akin to a state or a province in which it's a place that has its own governmental body, but it's subject to the laws and ordinances of the federal body. This is a super TLDR, so there's much more to it than that, but yeah. Anyway, what did they do in these places? Manhole covers. Yep. They created specialized manhole covers across Japan with Pokemon featured on them. You could see them in many distinct locations. I'm a huge fan of the Oshawott and Go-Goat one. Which ones do you like? I'll end this section with their description. Poke lids, artistic covers for utility holes, have recently started to be spotted in some cities. Who knows if they're of a Poke monopolistic nature? It seems that not all utility holes are man-made. Rumor has it that Diglett may be responsible for digging large enough holes to be mistaken for utility holes, and some artists took it upon themselves to mark the covers to differentiate them from ordinary ones. Where will the next mark be? Did you know that there are 23 Pokemon centers across Japan? Their very first store was opened in Tokyo in 1998. Keep in mind that this was only 2 years following Red and Green's release. However, they did unfortunately close and relocate later down the line. So many others are still kicking though, with the largest of these being Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo. This bad boy is about 20,000 square feet or more and 2 stories tall. Unfortunately, it's temporarily closed due to a tragedy happening on store grounds in March 2026. They are set to reopen in late September 2026. As for the rest of the stores and all in general, all of them have different logos, which is incredibly adorable. My personal favorites are the Pokemon Center Osaka and Kagawa. Which logos are your favorite? Let me know. We'll come back to Mega Tokyo in a second. As for the contents of these stores, it seems to boast a multitude of plushies, apparel, and other on-brand goods, of course. As far as my research has taken me, Pokemon Center Skytree Town has seemingly been a fan favorite, so I'll take us through that one. The most stunning thing is obviously the gigantic statue of Rayquaza in the middle here. There are also some exclusive merch drops, like Pikachu holding the Tokyo Skytree Tower in pin and plush form. It seems as though this location is rather large, but not with the typical crowds associated with Pokemon stores. Plushes, cards, and other goods line the shelves, and ultimately,
I can imagine myself getting 100% completely lost.
As for a couple of the other locations, Pokemon Center Shibuya has a custom t-shirt design lab, which is so freaking cool. The Kanazawa location has a Pikachu wearing a Kaga kimono, and also there's this one in Tokyo Bay, and well, just check this out. Pikachu in a bucket hat, and I think that's one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. Back to Mega Tokyo, another extremely cool thing is this. Although each Pokemon Center has some exclusive merch in the same love of Pokemon, Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo boasts one thing above the rest. Attached to it is a takeout-style place called Pikachu Sweets. An extension of the Pokémon Cafe, which we'll get into, Pikachu Sweets is a no-reservation kiosk where you can order drinks and pastries to go. Everything is adorably branded, and the no-reservation thing means that you don't have to wait years to be on a list. Let me know what you want to try most from their menu. My top pick is definitely Pikachu Pokémon Sweets with a relax and chill nuzzle-up hot milk tea. Imagine walking around the store and sipping on a hot bev. Oh, makes me feel like this. I hear your stomachs rumbling. Pokemon Cafe, you say. Why, yes. There are 2 Pokemon Cafe locations within Japan, not including the Pikachu Sweets, and both of which are popular, to say the least. You are quite literally not allowed to walk in. It is strictly reservation only, and they treat this stuff like it's college students registering for their courses. If you wait so much as a day, every single spot could be taken, and you have to wait until they allow new reservations to open. I'm not even gonna lie though, the food looks way too good. So good that I think I would sob while eating it. My idea of a good time is the curry plate or the teriyaki burger. The prices are also pretty comparable to US prices as well, which isn't awesome per se, but at least it's not over what we're used to. I'll take a plate of food made with love for $15. That's honestly not bad at all. They also have little lattes that come in 3 different flavors: caramel, mocha, and normal, with a total of 800 designs you can print on them. Also, there are 20 different designs of Vivillon on there, so why so many? Okay, we got our hotel, our merch, and now some full bellies. What next? Opened this year, we have the one, the only, PokePark Kanto. From their own website, it states PokePark Kanto is a Pokemon-packed trainers area located within Yomiuri Land Amusement Park in Tokyo. Here, Pokemon trainers can embark on the unforgettable adventure through forest and town alike. It showcases a Pokemon forest and a town called Sedge Town. You first enter through the research lab, where apparently we get to see the main 3. Then it's off to the rest of the park. The forest spans across 1,600 feet with a wide array of biomes, it seems. Hilly paths, tall grass, tunnels, rocky trails, and more. Sedge Town has a Pokemart and center, a market, and some other cool attractions too. The rides they offer are unfortunately a separate purchase though. Following a fun day at the park, why not look for one of the live events they host nearly every year? If you happen to be around, the Pokemon Go Festival is usually hosted in a couple major cities, including Tokyo. From my understanding, The festival increases raid odds and shiny odds as well. It is a huge event for people to walk around, raid, and catch an abundant amount of Pokémon on Pokémon Go. That's not all though. In physical locations like the festival in Tokyo, they decorate parks, have photo ops with life-sized Pokémon, and of course, offer exclusive merch for the event. Another fun thing to do while wandering around could be looking at the wares inside the vending machines. These vending machines, both official and not, contain a whole host of items, especially cards. Not only that, but arcades are a big scene too. On Pokemon's official website, they discuss a brand new, as of 2024, arcade game across arcades in Japan. Pokemon Frienda is, well, for kids, through their own words. The target audience for Pokemon Frienda is ages 4 to 8. I mean, hey, that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy it, I guess. The game itself sounds enjoyable enough. I mean, take a look at this. We included elements that introduce random shifts in the battles, such as a roulette wheel to determine the move strength, or having players cheer for their Pokemon by repeatedly pressing buttons. Sounds like a fantastic time to me. As far as I know, it's a super watered-down version of the in-game mechanics. It's meant as only an introduction to the series. You do get physical chips, though. Speaking of physical chips, how about an arcade for adults? Pachinko it is, not available in Pokemon form. However, in the original Red, Green, Blue games, it actually is. Actually, I was surprised to see no gambling Pokemon machines, unless you include the card packs and gacha-style blind boxes themselves. As we know, those are everywhere. Let me know what things you would be most excited to try and see, and which you want me to try and see during my trip. I will do my best to give a faithful report, and thanks for watching. Keep training.